Usually when we have an author of a book, this is usually the spot in the show in which we have an author. My next guest is an author. Touching and inspiring story called Intertalking by my next guest, Joan Rivers, whom I don't think is going to look, when she comes out, like she does on the back of the cover. Would you welcome Miss Joan Rivers? The author spot. The book spot. The author spot. How are you?
This is the clothes I wore.
No.
The first time wearing 1965 hair.
That's why I was talking about. Let me show the picture, lest
Show
they
the
think
picture.
you're... Is this the same dress that you wore? Was it 65?
February 17th, 1965.
21 years.
21 years.
And you had the strand
The same
of pearls.
pearls.
The same hairdo.
The boa.
The boa. Look at this. This is from... If you don't believe it, look at me, and then you'll find out the date of this
Here
picture.
we are. The hair, the makeup is Sandra D makeup I was wearing those days.
What happened to me? The hair seemed to change.
Oh, the two of us. Look at us. There, she go like that. There we are. Isn't that nice?
How you feeling?
Great. Yeah, we've gotten old.
It's very hard for me to believe sometimes on the time frame to think that it was 21 years ago when you first came out and sat down.
Do you think you're any older?
I don't feel any older. I feel great.
Yeah, you know when I feel older? I went to buy sexy underwear, and they automatically gift-wrapped it.
Oh.
And you go, oh.
Obviously for your aunt or something,
Yeah.
sure.
And when you buy a bikini,
Bad?
or when the body is falling, and you're wearing a bikini, you go waiting, and the top gets wet first, you go, oh.
Gravity just starts to go, doesn't it?
But that's why I wanted to write the book, where I could still remember.
You have 60s hairdo, huh?
Nothing moves. It's like, you know, it's sprayed.
Is that all?
Oh, no, there's a piece in there that I wore.
Yeah.
I saved it all because, you know, it was such a big night for me.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the same underwear, which everyone backstage remembers. The whole crew went, oh, yeah.
Hey, I remember that. Are you a saver by nature? I mean, do you put things... Are you sentimental about things?
I'm very sentimental. Look at the dedication of the book.
I know. It's very sweet of you.
Yeah.
It was very sweet of you.
You talk about
you
sentiment.
didn't have to do that, but...
It's two.
Says, she says your baby, and then you have a dedication. Can I
There
read it?
Sure.
Says to Edgar, your husband.
Yeah, I had to do that.
Who made this book happen. Who made this book happen, and to Johnny Carson, who made it all happen.
Yeah.
Well, that's very sweet of you. That's nice. Of course, I didn't make it all happen.
Oh, yes, you did.
I can only take credit for putting on the show, but I did say one thing that night, which I have seldom said on this show over the years. You finished your routine, and you were devastating, and the audience was just falling apart, and you walked over and sat down, and I said, you know, you're going to be a big star.
I remember.
And that's something you don't say because it always sounds like, you know, you're just...
And I looked behind me. I couldn't believe you were talking to me.
Yeah. And here you are.
And Milt Kamen was on the show with us that time.
That's right.
Oh, and I was playing those terrible... I mean, I was playing with awful shows. Oh, God, I mean, when I look
You were
back,
opening for...
everybody.
You were playing little coffee houses, places in the village.
I was playing... I wouldn't even go into the act. I was opening for Juanita and her amazing vibrator. I mean,
Nevertheless, a fine act. I mean...
I was so bad.
Juanita didn't skyrocket, did she? No.
No.
Shorted out one night and the career was over. But...
Looked like Don King.
Yes. Do you remember some of your first jokes that you thought that were dynamite and went out and just went...
Oh, terrible. Do you remember your first act?
Some of them, yeah, and you just go, oh, yeah.
I was doing a thing about, my mother has two of us, I wasn't married. My mother has two of us at home that weren't, as the expression goes, moving. And the audience would go like, that was what the audience would go
like
like.
that.
Oh, terrible joke that you had the guts to say.
Yeah. Do you remember, do you have fond memories of the early times in the career? Or
I do now.
Yeah.
Looking back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were all down the village together. Bill Cosby was there, and Richard Pryor was there, and Barbara Streisand. It was all in the book. You know?
Yeah.
And we were all stumbling all over each other, and that was exciting then.
Right.
But am I glad it's over with? I mean, you know, you can eat ketchup soup for a little bit. And then that's it, you know. And I had no boobs that time, you know. I looked terrible. Yeah.
You mean these have changed since 65? I mean, I know the dresses. I mean, has there been new additions to your person that...
Well, what I did, I put in what I had in 65. There's a lot of rubber in me tonight. See, I had some boobs. I had so much rubber in me, they erased what I had. And it's just like... Except, you know something? With age comes wisdom.
Yes.
You don't need big boobs to be feminine. Look at Liberace. You don't...
That's so true. So true. So true.
For that matter, Katharine Hepburn and her brother Audrey.
That's right. I've done very well.
Done very well. But men, see, the 60s, they liked this. They liked rounder women. You know what I'm saying?
I guess at that time, yeah.
Think about it. Marilyn Monroe was very round. Much more curvaceous than what they have now.
Yeah, a little most like the Gibson girl. If you remember what the Gibson girls were like in the... Oh, Freddie knows. They were in the 1880s. There was a thing then called the Gibson girl, where everything was cinched in with the waist cincher and very full in the...
And it's coming back a little bit now. Christy Brinkley now is a little fuller body.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
You like that look? Huh?
Oh, I'd love to look like her.
Really?
But not upstate. I mean, there's nothing going on.
Nothing up...
Oh, grow up. I don't want to hear it. Johnny, you've met her. Christy Brinkley's a living testament.
She's what? You never can look at me and do these, can you? Tell me about her a little bit.
She's the living testament.
Living testament to... That what? Christy Brinkley's a living testament that...
Peroxide causes brain damage.
You see? So true.
She's not that bright. I spoke to her. On St. Patrick's Day, everyone was wearing green. She thought Gumby had exploded. And she's not the brightest. But it doesn't matter.
Not bright, no. Because the figure's there.
The figure's there and the look is there. And
but don't you think men really like intelligence more when it comes right down to it?
Ah, please. Are we going to go back to that? Are you kidding?
Sure. I mean, that's a brain, you know, a caring person.
No man has ever put his hand up a woman's dress looking for a library card.
So true. So true. You're full of truisms tonight. So true.
With age comes wisdom.
Wisdom with age, of course.
Age comes
yes.
wisdom. It's all in the book.
All in the book here.
But I mean, I'm not even attractive in Russia. Russian women.
Yeah.
Russia is the only country in the world where men carry rape whistles. I mean,
not a pretty sight over there, is it?
Not a pretty sight.
Now, in England, now you you did some shows for, was it the BBC?
BBC, yeah.
About 5 specials, I understand?
Yeah,
and they really loved them over there.
Yeah, it was #1. Isn't that?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Big in England.
Yeah, I got to meet the Queen.
You're kidding.
Oh, she's...
You met the Queen?
Queen of England.
After the joke about the stamp, that if I remember you did
I take it all back.
You did a joke? What was the joke you did some time ago?
I said a couple of things about the Queen of England. I said she sits like this, and no one has the guts to say, Your Highness.
And you said you'd seen her picture on a stamp, and the first thing you wanted to do was go up and lick the back of her neck.
Yes.
Right?
Well, you know, you change, you grow.
With wisdom. With age comes wisdom. Tell me about meeting the Queen.
Well, she's charming.
No, she's charming.
And she's not the best dresser in the world, but it's not just me that was saying it. Because the slip was showing, and everybody kept saying that. You know, why is she wearing it over her dress? It wasn't just me. She was wearing soap on a rope for jewelry.
Soap on a rope for jewelry. Tacky.
And they invited me to the wedding.
The wedding? Over what's her name? Sarah Ferguson?
Fergie Ferguson, we call her. Yeah. You're not asked?
She's going to marry Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew, you weren't asked?
No, it's probably in the mail.
Yeah, it's probably in the mail. Yeah, I'm going to buy her a chin for a wedding gift.
That's England's biggest import is chins. Most people don't know that.
They can never hang her. She'll go right through that. What surprised me, because I was talking to the Queen about it, you know, she's had everybody. I mean, and this is not, if you read People magazine, it's in People magazine. She had many affairs. I mean, she's had England, Ireland, Scotland, and Canada, and she's going to wear white, which makes me laugh.
Didn't know that.
Except everybody wears white. Did you go to Madonna's wedding?
No.
Wore white. Oh, hairy. I have never seen. She raised her arm. I thought Tina Turner was under there. I have never seen her.
With age comes wisdom. So true.
So true. They're all... Wisdom, age gives you wisdom.
That's right.
What about...
And also the giggles, too. Age gives you the giggles. We have to cut away for a moment. We'll come back and look at each other and laugh. You can't look at me. Is this in the book?
That's in the book.
We got a minute here.
Ah,
Show them one more picture that's in the book.
Is that
Entertaining at a USO show.
entertainer at a USO show. Oh, is that...
Different girl entirely. Different girl entirely.
Thank God.
The book is doing well?
Book is doing very well. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. And you open tonight, I understand. You fly right up to Las Vegas to Caesar's Palace. You're there for...
I'm there for 2 weeks.
There for 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
you'll be sitting here next week.
And again, thank you for
Thank
letting
you.
me sit there.
Hey, it's good to see you again.
It's good always good to see you.
Okay, Philip, you gonna be out here for a while? Or?